Megan Thee Stallion isn't holding back in her ongoing feud with Nicki Minaj. After Nicki lost out at the Grammys for the 12th time, Megan threw some serious shade her way. But Nicki isn't taking it laying down, she is clapping back and declaring war on Megan all over again. She is even pointing fingers at Megan and Roc Nation for sabotaging her Grammy chances. The drama between these two is heating up and it looks like things are about to get chaotic. Megan is determined to get under Nicki's skin and isn't afraid to stir the pot. When it comes to dragging Nicki, people usually have two major points of attack: her husband and her lack of Grammy wins. It seems like Nicki just can't catch a break, with these issues constantly being brought up every chance people get. It's shocking that Nicki Minaj, with all of her talent and contributions to culture, has yet to win a Grammy. Fans can't help but wonder what's happening behind the scenes. There are rumors that Nicki Minaj has been blacklisted by the Grammys, and she is not afraid to call them out on it. One of the most controversial moments in her Grammy career was her 2012 performance of Roman Holiday. While she slayed the stage, critics dismissed her performance as controversial and even cult-like. The backlash was real, with organizations and the media heaping on the criticism. Nicki admitted that this performance contributed to her Grammy snubs, claiming that the producers turned their backs on her. She has been outspoken about her Grammy complaints, criticizing the awards for their bias and unfair treatment. From being kicked out of the rap game to snubs and mishaps, Nicki hasn't minced words. Her outspokenness, however, has not won over the Grammy board. Some believe they are intentionally sidelining her to send a message. Despite the drama, Nicki's strength shines through. Even after embarrassing Grammy mishaps and years of rejection, she continues to stand tall. And while the Grammy saga continues, one thing is certain: Nicki will not remain silent about being ruled out.
But I don't f horses since Christopher Reeves.
Nicki Minaj isn't just aiming her shots at the Grammys, she is also taking aim at the Megan Thee Stallion. Remember that cryptic Bigfoot reference in her messages with Lato? Well, it turns out that was directed at Megan all along. Nicki's been throwing shade at Megan for a minute, even dropping a diss track titled Bigfoot aimed straight at her. But hold up, Megan's been dishing it out too. She didn't mince words in her tracks, taking digs at Nicki's past and her ties to legal issues. The feud erupted when Megan unleashed his, sending shockwaves throughout the industry, and Nicki wasn't going to let it slide. She responded almost immediately by teasing her own retaliation track, Bigfoot, live. The tension between these two is thick, and it does not appear to be easing anytime soon.
The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot.
But that was only the tip of the iceberg. In another live session, she went full throttle, mocking Megan for still having fragments from the Tory Lena incident in her foot, teasing her for going it alone in the relationship department, and even accusing Megan of digging up ancient history about Nicki's husband when he was barely a teenager.
Bullet fragment, foot. Bullet fragment, bullet fragment, bullet fragment, bullet fragment. Now listen here. Get up on your good foot. Bitch, I said get up on your good foot, not your bad foot. Piss or piss? Said it was his, I said piss. My fans called it piss. Yo, said all that shit about you. Yo, ex just went around you all that. Y'all mad because y'all don't have somebody that loves you and stand 10 toes down behind you. So you bringing up 30-year-old teeth when this man was a 15-year-old child. You bringing up 30-year-old tea because no man has ever and will ever love you. And lying on your dead mother, on your dead mama, on your dead, she done lied on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama, lied on her dead mama, lied on your, I said lied on her, hey sexy red, she done lied, she lied and she cried and she lied and she cried, she said she lied and she cried and she lied and she cried, and then she lied and she cried and she lied and she cried, cause she got blogs all up her stupid.
Then Nicki dropped a bombshell revealing that their feud was not solely due to Megan's flirtation with Cardi. The real drama began when Megan made an extremely insensitive comment about Nicki's journey to motherhood.
Cause my husband, he's in the other room. I was like, ooh, because I know he was back there on his eyes when you said what you said, but I ain't even gonna say what I said.
And
So
so,
if it happened.
Nicki Minaj did not hold back on Twitter, releasing a barrage of tweets directed at Megan Thee Stallion. She didn't just talk about music industry drama, she also mentioned personal issues, accusing Megan of spreading false information about her family. What really piqued everyone's interest was Nicki's mention of Roc Nation. People began to wonder if there was more to Nicki's beef with Megan than meets the eye. Megan's management deal with Roc Nation raised eyebrows, particularly given her previous legal battles with her former label. Nicki is convinced that Roc Nation is giving Megan an advantage, and she even tweeted a screenshot of Roc Nation ad. But Nicki didn't stop there. She threatened to expose Roc Nation's CEO, Desiree Perez, implying shady business behind the scenes. Nicki didn't hold back in her music either, hinting at her rocky relationship with Roc Nation. She referenced Queen Bey, implying that Roc Nation wanted her to be like Beyoncé, but she wouldn't have it. Rumors of tension between Nicki and Roc Nation have circulated for some time, dating back to her time with Meek Mill. Allegations that Roc Nation tried to silence Nicki over a documentary about her relationship with Meek fueled the fire. Tory Lanez has also accused Roc Nation of attempting to silence him about his issues with Megan Thee Stallion, implying that Roc Nation's involvement is more complicated than initially appears. The drama between Nicki, Megan, and Roc Nation is just getting started, and it's anyone's guess where it will lead next.
He's this guy who doesn't care about black women. That's what the narrative is now switching to, and certain things like that. And it's like, hold on, I need y'all to really back this up. When have I not showed out for black women? Every single one of my videos, the lead girl is black. From Say It to Love to now. Like, when have I not showed love to black women? I made 5 chicks tapes about black love, about a black relationship, about a ghetto relationship at that. Like, you feel me? Like, when did I become this person? Like, my favorite song on the last Chicks tape that I put out was Beauty in the Benz. And that was a record that, with Snoop Dogg, that I loved. And instead of me even being inside of the video, like really take me in for a second. Instead of me even being in the video, and this is before all this, instead of me being in the video, I made the video all about the empowerment of black women. There's nothing but different types of black women in the video, all shapes, sizes, colors, ages, that just shows the love in what I'm doing. And it's like all of a sudden a narrative comes out with no factual evidence, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. And it's like, yo, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I understand, like, and I support the whole movement of protecting black women, but I want to speak on something. And sometimes, you know I'm not always in the right place to speak on things, but this is something that I went through, and so I feel like I'm able to speak on it. I am all for protecting black women. That is something that is one of the most important things that needs to be taken serious, and awareness needs to be brought to. And regardless, if this debacle, regardless of what you guys think happened, if this situation caused you guys to pay more attention and more awareness to protecting black women, then I'm fine that I had to be dragged through the dirt for that. But I want y'all to understand something. It's a problem when it becomes that protecting black women doesn't mean to protect black men. That doesn't make sense. From the beginning of time, when you really think about how this works, like from the beginning of time, we've been taught to be with our own heritage. And from the beginning of time, we've been taught to be with our own heritage. White man and white woman, white girl and white man. Spanish man, Spanish woman, Indian man, Indian woman. When you guys start making it like put black men down and protect the black women, I'm not saying you guys, I don't mean to make it like, oh, you're attacking, but when we as a whole make it protecting black women means putting down black men, then it comes to a point where it's like, okay, well, who's gonna protect black women? Who is supposed to be protecting black women? It has to be black men. It's not the white man. It's not the Spanish man. It's not the man who, it's not none of those. It's not the Chinese man. It's not none of those men. It's black men. It's black men. And I'm not saying that black men aren't the people who in times who aren't the people who inflict certain issues and mental issues and certain things that girls go through. Like, black men are very much the cause of a lot of things that women go through, because of, at the end of the day, like the way we were raised, certain standpoints. Maybe we didn't have a parent around. Some things were just not here to, whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, it's like you gotta remember at the standpoint, if the man is supposed to be, and I say this loosely because I don't want anybody to take this out of context. If the man is supposed to be the head and a woman is supposed to be the neck, y'all gotta think about this. In order for the head to move, left, right, whatever it is doing, it needs the guidance of a woman. In order for me to smell and use my 5 senses on my face, for me to lean in or whatever the case is, I still need to use the neck. I still need to be guided by a woman. So regardless, it's like, I don't feel like I should be torn down. If anything, before y'all know the story, like, learn the story first, learn the factual parts of the story first, and then come at me and be like, yo, you need to fix this and fix that, if that's what you feel like I did. But instead, I'm being torn down for a narrative that's like, now I'm the poster boy for, I don't like black women. But anyways, let's get into this. I want to get into this because it's very important for me to just say this. I'm not here to bash this woman. I'm not here to come down on this woman. I'm not here to disrespect her or throw her under the bus, but it comes to a certain standpoint where I just can't let my character be assassinated for things that are not even really true, like, and for falsified narratives and information. Let's start this off. When the original report came out, and it was a TMZ report about this, that, and the third, and there was gunshots in Kylie Jenner's house, and Tory Lanez goes to jail. They gave y'all all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail, and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested, and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
Nicki Minaj appears to have held an anger against Rock Nation for quite some time, but she has been cautious about airing her frustration publicly. In a recent rant, Nicki hinted that Rock Nation, Jay-Z and Beyoncé were working together to undermine her career and replaced her with another female rapper. She went so far as to say that Rock Nation has been orchestrating smear campaigns against her, paying people to create negative TikToks or tweets to tarnish her image and make her appear unstable in public. This strategic move appears to be aimed at discrediting Nicki and paving the way for the rise of a new female rapper.
The paid for tweets to the point where people got their little $250 for their tweet to say something bad about Nicki Minaj, and then the next day it was like, bitch, yeah, anyway, I'm listening to Bigfoot. So I don't know why anybody of that, and I'm not talking about any rapper, I'm talking about a company.
Fans are questioning Rock Nation's alleged shady tactics against Nicki Minaj. One pointed out a Rolling Stone magazine headline that appeared to be a barely disguised threat to Nicki's legacy, implying that her actions could lead to her downfall. What's interesting is that Desiree Perez, the CEO of Rock Nation, whom Nicki threatened to expose, serves on Rolling Stone's council. This connection has Barbs convinced that the headline is more than meets the eye. Adding fuel to the fire, Megan Thee Stallion has a close relationship with Desiree Perez, referring to her as a mother figure in interviews. Fans speculate that the Grammy loss was part of Rock Nation's plan, with Megan's live Instagram video drinking from a straw serving as a possible jab at Nicki. It's worth noting that the situation refers to a line in Nicki's diss track Bigfoot, in which she criticized Megan Thee Stallion for drinking Henny through a straw, implying that it was a boring move. This sparked speculation about whether Nicki's claims of Rock Nation sabotage were valid. According to an insider, Nicki is convinced she was wronged by Rock Nation and is prepared to confront them head-on. Some are skeptical of Rock Nation's alleged power, arguing that Jay-Z would be better off focusing on getting Beyoncé the Album of the Year award she deserves. But hey, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to watch our next video for more juicy drama.